WPBF 25 News at 6 starts with breaking news.
He was tragically taken from us by a felon, a fleeing felon, a criminal, and that's a tragedy.
Now at 6 o'clock, remembering Highway Patrol Trooper Zachary Fink. The 26-year-old died early this morning in a crash on I-95 in St. Lucie County while trying to stop a person troopers say was a reckless driver. The driver of a tractor trailer hit the trooper Fink's patrol car and also died. Good evening. I'm Todd McDermott.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny. Thank you for joining us. We have a live team of reporters covering this story from all angles.
We're hearing from law enforcement, community leaders, and friends of that fallen trooper about this tragic loss today. We're also hearing from people in the neighborhood where the suspect in this case was detained after a crash. We'll begin with our co-anchor, Felicia Rodriguez.
She has the newest information about this deadly crash and pursuit, and she is live for us tonight in Fort Pierce. Felicia?
Tiffany and Todd, as you can imagine, it has been a somber day here, not just on the Treasure Coast, but across Florida. A state trooper lost his life while trying to stop a reckless driver along I-95 this morning. And now the Martin County Sheriff's Office telling us that driver is originally out of Broward County. The trooper, we know his name is Zachary Fink. He is 26 years old and Port St. Lucie is his hometown. Here's what we're learning tonight about this deadly crash. It happened just before 3 o'clock this morning on I-95, just south of Crosstown Parkway in Port St. Lucie. A tractor trailer was involved in that crash. According to FHP, a St. Lucie County deputy initially tried to stop that driver of a white Kia who was going twice the speed limit on West Midway Road. The deputy, though, later ended his pursuit. FHP says Trooper Fink later spotted the driver and began a pursuit on I-95 southbound. They say the driver then made an abrupt U-turn and headed north while still in the southbound lanes.
Trooper Fink, in an attempt to continue to apprehend the subject and/or warn unsuspecting motorists of the immediate danger in the area, turned also with the vehicle and unfortunately turned into the immediate path of a semi-tractor trailer, which struck the left driver's side of his patrol car.
Both Trooper Fink and the driver of the tractor trailer lost their lives today. FHP says the person in the Kia got away for several hours, but was later captured about 3 hours later in St. Lucie County by around 8 o'clock this morning. I want to bring in now our investigative reporter, Terry Parker. She has been on this story since early this morning. She is in the neighborhood where authorities tracked down that suspect. Terry?
You're right, Felicia. I'm right here in the neighborhood where that driver was apprehended after his car crashed. And I spoke to several people who live here in the Castle Pines neighborhood where a massive manhunt was undergoing this morning. One couple tells me that the suspect actually ran right past their dining room window. Take a look. This is the car that crashed in the median just outside this neighborhood. Police were searching all along this area for the suspect, shutting down the roads, helicopters overhead, dogs on the ground, going in people's backyards. Brenda Nagel says her husband saw a man police believe was the suspect in their yard.
And just as he came in the door, he says, "Who was that?" And somebody ran really fast, he said, past our back window. So he said we should call the guardhouse and tell them. So we did. And the police have talked to him, I guess, 3 or 4 times today.
The Nagels say they were not able to give a description other than that the man was tall and slim, but police say they did catch the suspect right near where the car crashed around the corner from here at Brandywine Lane and Commerce Center Ave after scouring the neighborhood, even searching residents' car trunks for people. And we're still trying to get more information about that suspect who is from Broward County. We've just learned, and we're trying to find out whether he was the only person in that Kia. As soon as we get those details, we will be reporting them. Live in Port St. Lucie, I'm Terry Parker. Felicia, back to you.
Terry, thank you. Tonight, we're also learning more about Trooper Fink's background. We know he graduated from the FHP Academy in the summer of 2020. Those who know him best say Since he was 6 years old, his dream was to be a Florida State Trooper. He also loved helping people. Trooper Fink leaves behind a fiance and both of his parents. Our team coverage continues tonight with Steve King, who spoke with a friend of Trooper Zachary Fink.
Alex Cardinal says when he found out it was Trooper Zachary Fink who died in this morning's crash in St. Lucie County, he was heartbroken.
When I saw the image, I was devastated. Not a good thing to wake up to.
Cardinal was a cashier and bagger at a Publix in West Palm Beach in 2020 where Zachary Fink would buy groceries. Cardinal says he and Fink would talk about everything from sports to cooking to law enforcement.
We also talked about police work because I was interested in being a 911 dispatcher, and he told me what I had to do and stuff like that. He was very friendly and cordial.
Cardinal says Fink was still training at the academy at that time. Here's Cardinal talking about the person Fink was.
He was very friendly, he was outgoing, and he cared about people. And he always told me he wanted to be a police officer and why. And I asked him why he wanted to be a police officer. And he said because all his life he wanted to save people and serve the community.
Reporting in Palm Beach County, Steve King, WPBF 25 News.
Now, there was a giant procession of law enforcement officers when Trooper Fink's body was brought here to the medical examiner's office. Our Angela Rozier was here. She's been covering this story all day long. We continue our coverage now with Angela. And Angela, you have been out in the community. This hits hard for so many.
That's right. As a matter of fact, as you say, this community grieving. One person told me that today is a sad day and what happened should never have happened. Now, law enforcement officers, they traveled from the HCA Florida Lawnwood Hospital here to the medical examiner's office on the Indian River State College campus to honor Trooper Zachary Fink, who was killed in the line of duty early Friday morning. They were here to escort the ambulance carrying the trooper's body, and members of the group Back the Blue were also here to show support.
First, I didn't realize we lost another officer, and then when we did, I said, man, we got to do something, and, we've been doing it for years, unfortunately, and we would rather be a fundraiser than a sad event, but we are here for both of them.
That event he's talking about is for fellow FHP trooper Joseph Bullock. You may remember he was also killed in a line of duty 4 years ago. Now a memorial ride to honor him is scheduled to take place Saturday morning at 10:30. The route starts from the FHP headquarters on 25th Street in Fort Pierce and then ends near the memorial site on I-95 in Martin County. And organizers say they will also remember and honor Officer Fink during Saturday's ceremony.